Hey guys, here we are. This is gonna be another post-com game. Wasn't really able to record with family around, but I was able to play my game. And there we go. Music's going. All right, so uh, gotta preface real quick that the image I'm gonna show for my opponent's team, being red and the Georgian Greninjas, isn't exactly perfectly accurate. The Cinder Scorch is not actually a Cinder Scorch; it's a Rag Mortar. Um, I missed this, and it had actually been like this for like several weeks. It just hadn't been updated image for the sheet. But yeah, so this is a mortar, not a Senta Scorch. I actually prepped for Senta Scorch. As usual, here's my 10 Mons. Interesting matchup. He has Sand Team. He actually has a number of Pokemon that I had just 2 seasons ago. He has an Excadrill. He has a Dracozolt. I had Gigalith for a bit before I decided to make some transactions and had to pick up a different stand user. And he has an Noivern, so I'm like, oh, kind of feels like a little old team of mine. But yeah, let me show you my team real quick, what I made. So we have Choice Banded Blaziken. Again, if I so these first two mons I would have changed if I'd realized he had the Mike Mortar. That was my fault for not double checking. Because the speed was basically for like Dracozolt, because there was like nothing faster that wasn't gonna outspeed me in sand, even if I was choice carved. So I should have realized. If I had realized it, I would have basically made probably at least Blaziken, if not both, scarfed. Uh, yeah, because that would have helped out a lot, as you'll see. Then we got Fizdef Porygon 2, Fizdef Vileplume, Spud F Articuno, and then Fizdef Rhydon. As far as these go, by the way, these are kind of generic. So P2, with the download, we have the Recover, Trick Room, Foul Play, Teleport. Actually, I don't know even why I made that. I should have made that one either Tracer Analytic, because I took off Tri Attack and all that. This is the only attacking move was Foul Play, so I actually didn't need Foul Play, I believe. But yeah, so Recover Trick Room being so I could possibly get into a Rhydon and get like not necessarily a sweep going, but like get a few kills. Teleport to get safely in there, and Foul Play is good for the Drill or the Dragozolt. The Vileplume, Fizdef really good for most of his team. Strength Sap's very annoying for him. Sleep Powder's really good. Moonblast hits a lot of things like the Noivern and the Dracozolt, and the Giga Drain is just good for half his team anyway. Articuno, Boots is good for the Defog. Little Reflect, so I don't get like killed. Swap that game. Ice Beam, kind of simple, decent against the team. Then Rhydon. Even with like no like, oh, hey grandma. Oh, no problem. Sorry. Even with no attack, it has incredible like attack and power. With still hitting nearly 300 with just 4 EVs. So yeah, let's get into the game that occurred. Gonna start it off. I saw his team and I was like, wait, Mech Mortar? What? So I lived with this. I knew he was gonna Air Slash, so I went into my Articuno. And he goes into Mech Mortar. I see it only takes 17. Makes sense. Go P2, and this Flamethrower does 48. I'm like, alright, this is probably Specs. This has got to be Specs. So I recover up. It makes sense just so that way, like, I don't get to a KO because there's no point in me kicking Foul Play or Trick Room at that moment. So, we Trick Room. Then we Teleport. We go into Rhydon. We force him out, and I predicted, I believe? No. I go straight for the EQ, but I knew he was going to have Giga Drain, so I just swapped out. I think that made the most sense. Because if I took a Giga Drain, I was probably dead or took a shit ton. And he recovered pretty much everything back, so there was like no good trade-off with that. So we get the Defog, get these rocks away just so they're not being annoying versus my team, because they can be very annoying. Go to the Vileplume, goes to the Jet. I don't think I've had a Fix 4 actually trigger a single time this season. Every time I haven't brought this Pokemon a lot, but I have brought it enough to where, okay, I should be getting a Fix 4 off. So I go for the Sleep Powder. He is not, safety goggles or nothing. So I go for the Moonblast, only 14. but that's fine. I have to actually make a sack essentially, so I go Blaziken, and then I still notice that Mag Mortar is faster than me. I'm like, oh, I was thinking this thing was like an egg. It was slow, and it was faster than me. So I go right on. I predict to switch into Noivern. There was no reason for me not to click Rock Slide because he wasn't gonna go Extra Drill. That'd be way too risky. So we get that kill. Very good. He goes back into the Shark. I go into this. I don't know if he brought flip turn. I want to say that Sharpedo gets flip turn, but I did not see it. And yeah, so right here, I think I just click. I want to say Giga Drain. Oh, there I got this effects for. Funny enough, right there I got the Giga Drain off. I knew he would stay in. At that point, I figured like he was either staying in or going into like Gigalith. So I was like, all right, this is a pretty safe Giga Drain. So I go into that. He is specs, so he switches out. I just click Ice Beam for some damage, but then I go into Rhydon because I don't think he'll click EQ. He clicks Body Press, that's super effective, and it did 15. Good lord. So we go for EQ. We actually get a crit. I didn't even realize it was a crit. So I'm not sure how much it mattered. It probably prevented him from getting rocks, so that'd be good for me, but I'm not quite sure how it would go. So this thing just loses to me 1v1. He has Calm Mind, but he doesn't like beat it, I believe. Because you'll see this, like, even after +1, I see him's doing 25 and he's only recovering like 10-15%. Yeah, he recovers 18, but after the Ice Beam and then the Sand, it's like he's still in like kind of a 2-shot range close enough, or like a 3-shot, that he's not doing a lot. So we say Ice Beam. I sacked the Zerker. I have to make a sack at that point, and I didn't want to sack Porygon 2 because it would be dead in 2. In case I needed it for like the drill. So we go into this. I actually calced, and I was like, alright, if he specs, how much does he do? And then I had to also double check a calc on the Porygon 2 to make sure he was specs. He was modest specs. So him being modest specs meant that he could not kill me with Flamethrower, even off of a crit. And boom, we get the EQ kill. That's his 3rd kill of the game. So he goes in the drill. I'm like, alright, I might be able to live it because like it was like a slim chance, but he had to be he had to be like jolly and like not enough attack. So he goes for EQ. I actually just go for the Strength Stab because it's pretty free. Because his Comfy can't beat this 1v1. So I believe I clicked just Giga Drain here. No, I slipped Sleep Powder, which is funny. I just wanted to like guarantee victory. So we Giga Drain, it kills. And then he just goes back to this. I'm like, alright, I'm not risking anything. I'm Strength Stabbing first, just so this thing is weak. And then I want to say I end up clicking Sleep Powder, yes. So it just, this thing was pretty impressive to him. All 6 kills were between Vileplume and Rhydon, 3 each. So that's actually makes my Vileplume have 6 kills after 5 games, even though it's only been brought like 2 or 3 times. So it's actually my kill leader, funny enough. Yeah. But good game to my opponent. I was afraid of this matchup, but when I saw the Mag Mortar, I was like, oh shit. But I think I played well around it. Yeah, had I realized he had the Mag Mortar, if I had doubled and checked the dock, I would have certainly built around it. I would have probably had, at the very least, Zergatry be more speed, in case he was modest. And then, which he was, because I want to say Zergatry outspeeds modest. Because I just threw HP in. It's either like close Mag Mortar, because he's like 83 speed and how fast am I? 83? Yeah, I'm also the same. So actually, yeah. So if he was modest, you know, I outsped him guaranteed. So yeah. So if I had been timid, if I even just been timid Zerk, I outsped. Even if, so I want to say that was 260 something. It being modest, 265. So I would only have to be 266, which isn't a whole lot of speed, I don't think. Yeah, so it's only 160. So I could have been much better off. So I'm an idiot. Actually looked and I checked, and guess what? There is zero possibility for Xurkitree to be anything other than like boosting its special attack whenever you get a beast boost. Its attack is its highest boosting stat beyond special attack, and that's only 89. So check this out. Boom, boom. It's one of the. I want to say it's like the only Ultra Beast that actually does that. There might be like another, but I want to say it's just this one. There's my plus. Yeah, so if you at minimum, this thing has 315 special attack if you do the least amount. And this thing can only hit 270 attack, yeah. So I would love to be able to make this thing faster, if possible, but like I can't. Because like, boom, let's go Jolly. Yeah, you only hit. Why is this 5 more than an attack stat? Don't get it. It's weird. Something wrong with the speed? Is that normal? Is that how the speed stat works and I just don't realize it? Because right here we're hitting 270 for Adamant, but then if I make it Jolly, it's faster. Is that normal? Let me see. Who's a Pokemon with 100 100? I just stumbled upon a conspiracy. So, alright, Jirachi, 100 100. So it's all around. Yeah, so 328. 320. What is going on? I swear I've stumbled upon a conspiracy. Oh. Duh. I'm an idiot. Sorry. But yeah, even in this case, like, look at that. It's still fast beating it by 11 points. Here I was thinking I found a conspiracy. Yeah, but that was my game. That was my week 5 game. I'll just double check my where is it at? Yeah, sorry. I'm not actually like just putting anything up this time. I'm just gonna come out and say my week 7 opponent is, or sorry, week 6 opponent is Embiid. Being the Sin City Sword Stance. This is an out of division game. I am currently 1 game above Nick, who I beat week 1, the Arch Avenger. He is number 2 in our division, and I am number 1 in the league. I have a plus 21 differential, which is, I didn't think I would ever get there, even undefeated. But I guess it helps when my worst win is like 3-0. Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting out of here. Hope everyone has a good day.